First, colleagues, let me offer my congratulations to the General Council of Social Work and the Association of Social Work from Malaga, who have worked tirelessly to organize this 12th Spanish Congress of Social Work, and for making this such a successful event. Spanish social workers are now a group of more than 40,000 professionals with another 15,000 students. The fact that this Congress, which began over 40 years ago, is even more an auspicious fact. I especially want to thank my friend and colleague, Ana Isabel Lima Fernandez, for all of her hard work and her leadership. The theme of the Congress, social intervention in time of discomforts, we know, we want, we can, is very timely and very meaningful. Globally, people are being confronted on a daily basis by issues of poverty, a lack of access to quality education, unaffordable and/or inadequate housing, and a lack of needed health and mental health services. The goal of this Congress was to enhance professional practice quality, promote recycling and permanent training, and to promote opportunities for reflection and discussion about the social work profession, our profession. A climate that respects and protects basic civil, political, socioeconomic, and cultural rights is fundamental to health and mental health promotion. Without the security and freedom provided by these rights, it is very difficult to maintain a high level of societal functioning. Promoting health and mental health depends largely on intersectional strategies. A key aspect of social work's primary mission is that of enhancing human well-being and working to ensure that people are able to meet their basic needs, especially the most vulnerable amongst us. We have done this through our many different roles in society and in our varied fields of practice. And now we must work to ensure that those who are the most vulnerable amongst us are at the front of all of our efforts as we work for a more just economic system. Mahatma Gandhi said that poverty is the worst form of violence. As social workers, we must redouble our efforts to eradicate poverty and to make sure that the impact of so-called austerity measures, which hurt the most vulnerable around the world, are identified, pushed back against, and yes, resisted. In June 2012, the 1991 Nobel Peace Prize recipient Aung San Suu Kyi said the following: "The peace of our world is indivisible. As long as negative forces are getting the better of positive forces anywhere, we are all at risk." It may be questioned whether all negative forces could ever be removed. The simple answer is no. It is human nature to contain both the positive and the negative. However, it is also within human capability to work and reinforce the positive, and to minimize or neutralize the negative. Absolute peace in our world is an unattainable goal, but it is one towards which we must continue to journey. Our eyes fixed on it as a traveler in a desert fixes his eyes on the guiding star that will lead him to salvation. Even if we do not achieve perfect peace on earth, because perfect peace is not of this earth, common endeavors to gain peace will unite individuals and nations in trust and friendship and help to make our human community safer and kinder. I use the word kinder after careful deliberation. I might say the careful deliberation of many years. Of the sweets of adversity, and let me say that these are not numerous. I have found the sweetest, the most precious of all, is the lesson I learned on the value of kindness. Every kindness I received, small or big, convinced me that there could never be enough of it in our world. To be kind is to respond with sensitivity and human warmth to the hopes and needs of others. Even the briefest touch of kindness can lighten a heavy heart. Kindness can change the lives of people. We as social workers understand her words and understand the impact of kindness on people's lives. But let me say that kindness is not saying that we are not willing to take political action. It is, however, the recognition of our humanness, that sometimes it is just taking the time to give someone a touch, to let them know that they matter, to be present, and to just listen. The social work profession and professional social workers improve and enrich the lives of individuals and families and help build strong communities. Social work is the global helping profession. Social workers provide critical services in rural, urban, and suburban areas, and we have long been the world's social safety net for a broad range of issues, including child welfare, mental and behavioral health, aging, corrections, health, military and veteran affairs, and disaster relief. My friends, the current global economic situation calls for us to raise our collective voices and to increase our professional unity and engagement so that as a profession, we can be more influential and relevant in the international, political, and economic arenas. Our profession has historically dedicated itself to improving the welfare of society, of the individual, and working with communities towards self-realization. We work to ensure that people are able to access their own power at both the individual and community level, and that solutions to problems are driven from the service user or consumer perspective, which help to influence the way systems function and social work services are provided. Paulo Freire said that the radical, committed to human liberation, does not become the prisoner of a circle of certainty, within which reality is also imprisoned. On the contrary, the more radical the person is, the more fully she or he enters into reality so that knowing it better, he or she can better transform it. This individual is not afraid to confront, to listen, and to see the world unveiled. This person is not afraid. This person is not afraid to confront, to listen, and to see the world unveiled. And this person is not afraid to meet people or to enter into dialogue with them. This person does not consider herself or himself the proprietor of history of all people or the liberator of the oppressed, but he or she does commit himself or herself within history to fight at their side. Freire also said that those who authentically commit themselves to the people must re-examine themselves constantly. And that is what you have been doing here at this 12th Social Work Congress. People who believe in collective action as a way of meeting today's problems and who believe in the rule of law and the aims of a just society need to raise their voices. In 1968, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said in his last speech in Memphis, Tennessee, in the United States, that the ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. Former UN Secretary General Kofi Annan, in a speech delivered at a luncheon in New York City that I had the honor of attending, said that the house of man will never be secure while billions live in the basement and while a few live in the penthouse and do as they please. Our history as a profession is that of standing up and being counted when it matters. And colleagues, it matters now. I am proud to know that there are so many dedicated social work practitioners around the world and here in Spain who stand together during these times of challenge and controversy, and through their commitment and dedication and hard work are working to help to ensure that the needs of those who are the most vulnerable are responded to. In Hong Kong in 2010, the three global social work organizations collectively agreed that the field of social work practice and education, are often marginalized in our own countries and in relevant international organizations, and in some areas of social development. And so our decision to organize a common Congress with our sister organizations was an important political decision to organize social work, social development practitioners, and social work educators who wanted to work together to articulate a common set of goals. The challenges which we collectively face are many and call for a united voice and even more solidarity. Current global situations are calling for more social work unity and engagement. Beyond the shared understanding of the necessity to be organized and of being relevant in the international arena, we have to develop more clear and effective ways of promoting strategies and actions which will influence the setting of an international agenda. The Hong Kong Global Agenda for Social Work and Social Development, which was envisioned as the beginning of a larger movement that we aim to lead as international organizations, is indeed coming to fruition and is something that is being recognized by nation states and by the United Nations. In closing, I would like to quote Dr. King yet again. In 1964, as he accepted his Nobel Prize, he said that he had an audacious faith in the future of mankind. Quote, "I have the audacity to believe that peoples everywhere can have 3 meals a day for their bodies, education and culture for their minds and dignity, equality and freedom for their spirits." Well, ladies and gentlemen, some 50 years later, so do I. The great feminist lesbian poet Audre Lorde has said, "Each of us has some power. You can choose to use your power. If you do not, others will, and they will do so in your name." So let us commit to using our power as social workers, and going from this Congress, and prepare to realize and actualize the commitment of the global agenda for social work and social development, and continue to advance the profession of social work. Adios.